Hello friends and subscribers, welcome to a new update. It's been a couple of weeks, so I thought I'd better do one. It's full of random DVDs and full of random VHS, and I've even selected some random little poster things that you pick up at the cinema, just for a bit of a different background, I guess. And I'm going to start off today's video with a horror 10-pack I picked up at Blacksmith Electronics for $10. It's a 5-disc set of all these old horror movies, which are probably crap, but look, who cares, for $10, the horror movie 10-pack. Get around to watching that one day. Found this in the cupboard, the old Video Nasty of Fight for Your Life. This film used to be banned in Australia, but as you can see, it's got the local sticker on it. It's exactly the same edition as the North American one, just reproed for a local release. Speaking of Video Nasties, the Driller Killer from Umbrella Entertainment. Oh, I swear, man, where would we be without Umbrella, fellow Aussies? It would be a DVD wasteland, believe me. This is not an uncut version to my knowledge. I think there's a longer version of this one. So there's probably a bit of false advertising. But anyway, I've had this one for years and just decided to bring it out because I haven't before. Alright, recently I picked up this one, Johnny Firecloud and Bummer, a double feature from Something Weird. And again, this is the local release that Siren Visual have given us. Bummer was a pretty crap film. I didn't like that much at all. But Johnny Firecloud I was really surprised with. I thought that was a very good film. Very similar to an Aussie film, which I will show you, The Chant of Jimmy Blacksmith. Very similar themes. This one involves an American Indian who's subject to a lot of racism and prejudice in a small American town. And this one being, Jimmy Blacksmith, an Aboriginal kid who's also subject to humiliation. And both of them end up walking around with axes and getting their revenge, I guess you could say. Yeah, so the comparisons are pretty obvious. I think it's just a coincidence, really. But yeah, so I would recommend Johnny Firecloud for something totally different. And The Chant of Jimmy Blacksmith is a beautiful addition here from Umbrella, double discer, absolutely packed full of special features. And oh man, Umbrella do a great job. But I tell you what, there are a lot of Aussie films that I think would be perfect fodder for Umbrella Entertainment, and films like Hostage I think should come out. Fast Talking, I think that would be a great one to see. Terry Burke's Ladies Stay Dead probably should come out on DVD, along with Robbery, One Night Stand would be another one, and who wasn't sucked in by the Centre Spread trailer? That desperately needs to come out on DVD. So fingers crossed it will get a release sooner or later. A couple of Blu-ray cheapies I picked up. Firstly, Poltergeist. This was under $20. They're so still insanely expensive in this country. It's just ridiculous. And a lot of Blu-rays just don't have special features, and that really pisses me off. But one thing I'm glad is that we share the same region as the United Kingdom, and you can tell by the discs that they've got like British and Irish, Dutch ratings on there as well. It's only rated M here, which is pretty lenient. And also Mad Max 2 was a cheapie. Warner Brothers did this in the 90s as well. They released a home video called The Road Warrior here. This film has never ever been known as a Road Warrior except for these stupid releases. Stupid thing from Warner Brothers. I think the reason why they're doing that is because Mad Max is yet to come out on Blu-ray. So anyway, Mad Max 2 looks beautiful on Blu-ray. Todd Solondz, definitely one of my favourite directors, and this is one of my favourite films of his. I've pretty much seen most of his films, and I think there's a new one coming out. But Palindromes got Ellen Barkin and Jennifer Jason Leigh in it, and is a really quirky, interesting little film. Love Todd Solondz, and I would recommend Palindromes. And needless to say, I brought out the happiness thing there. I saw that film at the cinema years ago, and many of the audience members were pretty shocked. And John Cameron Mitchell's Shortbus. I enjoyed this film as well. You don't often see this sort of thing done in American movies, and very much enjoyed that film. Picked up this box set, which I think has gone out of print now, but you can still buy it. It's called the Retro Seduction Collection. Consists of a number of movies from the 70s and 60s and their remakes that occurred around 2002 and 2003. I don't know why they remade them. But it's got films on it like, the Swedish Wildcats, Vampire Ecstasy, etc. You can see them there. So, nice little thing to add to the collection. Well, I couldn't resist picking up Bad Girls on DVD. This was in a local adult store and this is from 1981. I'd seen the trailer for this advertised many times on Palace Vibrant Video, and I've always been fascinated to see it, and so yeah, this is the uncut region 1. This film is very good actually. I think the redeeming feature about this one is the fact that the girls look very beautiful, natural looking. There aren't any fake breasts in it or anything like that. The cinematography is good, the acting is above average, and Bad Girls is definitely worthwhile checking out if you're interested in that sort of thing. A couple of people have asked me where I pick up these adult movies from locally. Well, apart from Polyester Books, which have a small selection, you can also pick them up at a store, and I'll show you, called Sexyland. They're a chain of adult stores that are only in Melbourne, but they have a classic section. I mean, if the place is just full of porn DVDs, but yeah, they have a small section of classic films, and the last time I went there they had films like Insatiable and Cafe Flesh, all that sort of thing. But if you don't want to buy them, they do have a rental service, so you can rent them overnight or for a few days or whatever. I haven't used the rental service, but yeah, if you want to save money, you can just rent them instead. Okay, let's check out some VHS tapes. I picked this up at a second-hand store, S.O.B from Blake Edwards. I think that's the same guy that did Pink Panther films, I think. I haven't seen this film before, I have no idea what it's about, so if anyone's seen it, let me know what you think about that one. Willie and Phil, oh man, this film was absolutely terrible. This is from 1980, and it stars Margot Kidder. Look, to be fair, I thought Ray Sharkey's performance in it wasn't bad, but this film is a remake of a 1960 French film called Jules and Jim. Yes, they did remakes in the 80s, and this film is terrible. I really struggled to get through this one. It's one of the worst films I've seen this year, and in fact for a long time. In actual fact, the only redeeming feature about this cassette is that it had a 20th Century Fox opening logo that I've never seen before. Here's another film I really struggled to get through, Zone Troopers. It's so bad that it's actually not even good. That's probably the best way to describe that. It's a terrible film set in World War II, and a bunch of troopers come across a spaceship. It's rubbish, absolute rubbish. This film isn't rubbish. This is Sangre, Jodorowsky film. It's a bit of a shame they didn't include it in the Jodorowsky box set, but Sangre is a very bizarre film. It's described as a surrealist horror film, but I don't know if this would appeal to many horror film fans. Very strange movie that kind of does flashbacks and flash forwards and stuff like that. You really have to pay attention. One thing that would probably appeal to horror movie fans is a knife scene, a death scene in it, which is so graphic and so over the top and ridiculous that it just has to be seen to be believed. In fact, that scene alone is a reason for seeing this movie. Also picked up Meet the Feebles for 99 cents at a local second-hand store. This film I saw at the movies as well as part of a Peter Jackson trilogy where they showed Bad Taste, Meet the Feebles and Brain Dead. It was one of the best cinema nights I've ever had. I saw it at the Astor Theatre here in Melbourne, which is a great retro cinema. Meet the Feebles is a lot of fun. Okay, I'm going to finish off with a whole bunch of Roadshows. I showed Fritz the Cat before, but I'll just show you a bit of close-up there. R-rated and animated. Obviously the film's not X-rated here. But yeah, that's just the back as well. I've got both of those. A new Roadshow I picked up recently, this thing called How to Beat the High Cost of Living. It's got Jessica Lange and a few other people in it. I've never seen it before, never heard of it, whatever. You're the Hunter from the Future. I've had this one for years. Just thought I'd bring it out. Beautiful original clamshell. The Beastmaster. I think Anchor Bay were the first ones to issue this on DVD. And there's the old home video. And finally, Rolling Thunder. Yes, great film. Classic film which you can get on DVD now. I don't know. Anyway, that's where I'm finishing up. Thank you for watching. As usual, a whole bunch of randomness like I said, and have a great day. I'll see you guys soon.